problem, of course. No problem.
All right, so I am recording the class. um, okay, so this is the last slide. I mean, the slide that we started talking about last class. Guys, so we're going to try to answer to these questions. Yeah, there are no right or wrong answers. I just want to know your opinions, okay? So do you think, Cami, Enzo, Marce, Gise, that men and women are equal? Yes, no, and why? What do you think, Cami? Oh, Cami's not here anymore, or yeah?
I am
Yes.
here.
Sorry, I do not see you.
I think that, I'm sorry.
No
I
problem.
think that men and women should have the same rights and are equal in those terms, but they are biologically different. I don't know if equal refers to everything or just the law part.
It was a tricky
per se.
question. Yeah, it was a tricky question for you to infer what kind of equality we are referring to. So yes. So men and women should be equal before the law. Right? Is that what you say? Okay. In which sense men and women are not equal? Cami said biologically, right? The physiognomy. Do you think that we've got some psychological differences too? And so she said, Marce?
I think not.
Yes, I'm sure.
No. Okay, why? When you say something, try to give an argument, okay? I think, in my opinion, from my perspective, okay, that makes your answer sound better, okay? Instead of saying yes, no, all right?
Yes. No, in a psychological way, I think we are, but essentially equal. We both learn in an equal way. Or no one has is above the other in that way. And I don't see in my perspective, I don't see any big difference in the psychological aspect.
Okay. What do you think?
Yes, I agree with Enzo too. Men and women have to the same human rights about life, education. Yes, and I don't know what is the difference about human rights or what will be.
No, as regards human rights, that is what
Yes.
the CEDAW explains. Yeah, we'll read a bit of it. That men and women are equal as regards dignity. Okay, just because
Yes.
we are human beings. All right, so there is no superiority of one gender or one sex over the other. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, for sure. I think that well, not only because of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights says so, but because we are human beings, and that is something essential from ourselves, you know, to be equal in dignity and equal before the law and with the same rights, okay? And as Cami said, I agree with you, Cami, because from the moment we are conceived, yes, like men or women, genetically, we are different, okay? Our systems, for example, the endocrine system, you know, the one made up of the different hormones of the body, it is completely different, okay, in men and women, despite the fact that maybe then you choose to, or you consider yourself, for example, I can consider myself to be a man, which is not the reality, but well, my endocrine system and my physiognomy will be different to a man, okay? Men in general are stronger physically, but women have more tolerance to the pain because they are prepared to be mothers, okay? So we are different, of course. This is a contradiction that maybe we can find in some feminist claims, you know, that we want to be equal, but in what sense? Because the different is rich also, you know, it's okay to be different. We should not try to become just like men, but try to be valued as women and make our rights to be respected. That is my opinion, of course. I'm not trying to impose anything on you, okay? All right, let's see. Marce or Gise, which common prejudices or stereotypes can you mention as regards men and women? When we say women are, women should, we don't say, society says, maybe. What is the function of the woman? We're talking about prejudices, yes? Not that we agree with this.
Yes, with women, maybe the society thinks that the woman must stay in home.
Okay.
Well, now it's very different, but some years it was the thinking about the woman. I think that is very difficult for women to access an executive works, functions, for example, in an enterprise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now there are a lot of balls, but it's difficult today.
It is still difficult, yes, for sure.
Yes, yes.
So,
for example, yes.
No, go on.
Oh, I was thinking about, for example, in a bus, the chauffeur, the driver. For example, now there are women, but some years ago,
okay. Yeah,
it was strange.
Yes, it was unusual.
Unusual.
Yes, yes, you're right.
Always connected with the maternity, with the role of the woman, with the house, with the cleaning.
Okay, yes,
well,
for sure.
This is the most common.
Yes. And it's, I mean, every day in some aspects, I think we are evolving, you know, but it's still difficult for some people to understand that, The other day I read a meme who said, I met a guy. Yes, a girl said, I met a guy and he said, I will say this in Spanish. Yo no soy machista, lavo los platos, limpio la casa, no sé, lavo la ropa, y eso que son tareas de mujeres, okay? So he was trying to not to be chauvinist, like helping with the housework, but he still believed that it was meant for women, okay? So bit by bit, little by little, we are trying to change our minds, but some people find it still difficult in today's society, right? Okay, so common prejudices, women are meant to stay at home, raise children, have children. Women, it's difficult for a woman to be a politician, to be to have a high position in a company. All right. Any other that you can think?
I think that the other stereotypes,
Mhm.
yes, the man should be strong in the house, in work, in wherever place. He must be strong and
Okay.
don't cry.
Yeah, not to show his
If
feelings.
he has if he has problems, he don't cry never. That is other stereotypes. I don't know what is the pronunciation exactly.
Stereotype.
Stereotypes.
Stereotype.
Yes, that is.
Yes, you're right. I've got a friend who explained to me about the video games because I could not understand how men, you know, I mean, my brother met a boy playing video games from London, yes, and they became friends, and I could not understand how they could become friends playing a video game, you know, for hours during the pandemic. And he told me, you know, we, the boys, are taught not to show our emotions, yes? So it was like that person who you could tell anything and he wouldn't judge you, yeah, to cry or to feel bad as a man, yeah, because you have to be, as you say, strong, yeah, not to show your feelings because you're weak. And that is another prejudice, yeah, like the weak sex, that we are the weak sex, el sexo débil, okay, or the weak gender, women, because we show our feelings. Okay, thank you, Gisa.
Other stereotype, sorry.
Yeah, Marcel.
With coloring clothing, for example,
Yeah.
about the pink woman, blue with men, and so on.
Okay, the dolls for the little girls, the
With
soldiers
balls, yes.
for little boys. It's okay. I think because I have also witnessed the opposite, you know, like parents trying to impose their little girls to play, I don't know, with cars. And maybe she doesn't want to play with a car. And it's okay that you're an open mind parent, but she should be able to choose. Yeah, like to take her to the toy shop and ask her, what do you want? Yeah, what do you like? And let her choose. Because trying to become open-minded, we do the other way about, okay? It's like it's okay. But yeah, I think that maybe children should be free to choose what they want to play with. But yes, you're right, Marce.
Other example is I did, for example, the children must playing football or basketball or rugby. Girls play hockey or baseball. But
Yeah.
if he don't like, go on other sports.
Okay.
But their parents impose how you say impose that sport or puntos, digamos, determinados.
Yes.
Yes,
Determine certain activities, specific activities.
exactly.
Yeah, for men
Yes.
and but for girls and for boys. We are talking about mainly children and teenagers who depend on the parents. Yeah. And one last question, Enzo. This is for you. Can men also be discriminated? Yes, no, why, in what occasions? What do you think?
I'm trying to think for an example.
Okay.
But yeah, I think well, in some kind of people in general, always will find an excuse for make the other one uncomfortable or what, discriminate the other person by anything you can think. Men in particular, well, I don't know. I agree with the things my other partners says, like, well, like the freedom to talk about our feelings, or like disminuir, digamos,
Diminish?
diminish our feelings in comparison, well, men feelings in comparison, or women, like, well, like they said, we don't have, or men don't have, digamos, the opportunity, the the opportunity to talk about our feelings, and well, because we are not allowed, or it's not our it's not our role, digamos.
Okay.
You know.
So to say, and in the legal aspect, for example, can you think of any case for, I don't know, like when two parents are fighting for the custody of the son?
I was thinking exactly in that the example.
Okay.
It's well, in abogacía we saw various cases. Beside the legal aspect, in that case, the women or the men can have the reason, but it exists. It is true that it exists in the society some kind of tendency, we can say, to keep the custody of the common child in a couple, to the mother.
Yes, yes, to give the custody to the female part, let's say. And you,
yes,
do you
it's
see it nowadays? I'm not a lawyer, that's why I'm asking.
I am not a lawyer yet, but but yeah, it's I understand the possible. Well, I understand the tendency, because we can understand, especially in newborns. It's almost essential to be always with their mother for well, for the first necessities the child needs when he or she is newborn.
Yes, but probably that might influence, I don't know, the final sentence, you know, because I got, you know, my best friend, he decided not to ask for the custody of his son, but the little boy is 7 years old, and he always cries and says, I want to die, my mom treats me wrong. She doesn't spend time with me. I feel alone during the night. She's not there. So in that case,
Yeah.
she's not very mother-like, like we imagine, you know, that conception
course.
or stereotype.
Of course. Well, now that you said in all of my years in studying lawyer, we saw a lot of alimentary
Mhm.
needs in or cases in that the mother is always asking to the male part for the compensation or for always the quota, we can say, is for the for the
Let me look for it.
I don't know the term, but well, for the all the money needed that is needed to the alimentary part.
Mhm.
I didn't nowadays until now I didn't see a single case of a male of a father asking
Mhm.
to her to the mother for a demanda alimentaria. I don't know the term, but yeah, it's also it's there are a lot of cases in where despite the mother is in charge of for the common son, she can be a bad mother in that aspect. So the father
Yes, of course.
can keep the custody.
No, this is not. I'm trying to look for the term for quota alimentaria.
Yes,
Maybe-
it's
Maintenance.
very.
Sorry.
Hello,
it's
hi
very
everybody.
Hi, Ro.
The word is maintenance.
Maintenance.
Maintenance. Maintenance is the word.
Oh, thanks.
It's like a manutención.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
word that the English people use.
Okay. Yes.
They don't use quota alimentaria for
Okay.
feeding.
Yes.
And what about the is it any kind of is there any kind of discrimination among lawyers? I mean, on the basis of gender in the working environment?
Good question,
Is
Mauri.
it the case for those who are lawyers, right? But I was thinking if it's the case, is it any? Can we say that there is any kind of discrimination in terms of gender? I mean, I'm thinking about the courtrooms, the working environments, so the top positions in order to access to those positions, probably to be a judge, or I don't know. I'm trying to think. Um, if it's the case, I don't know. I'm just making a
And
question. I don't
in
know.
my opinion, well, nowadays I think that disappeared because, for example,
Mhm.
for escribanos, there are a lot of women in
Uh-huh.
comparison to men. Well, I am studying escribanía,
Uh-huh.
and we are only 4 boys and 22 girls in the in the class.
Oh,
It's a very
Yeah.
well, it's very notorious, but
In
yes,
comparison, yes.
yes, but in the past, yes, it was very strange to see a woman, a woman judge. We can
yes.
well, nowadays
Uh-huh.
in the judge aspect is also very rare, but there are a lot. Well, in the official web of the Poder Judicial of San Luis, we can say the in charge judges, and plenty of them are women. So it's like we can say almost a 50-50 ratio.
In general. Yeah.
But in the
Yes,
past,
an
of course,
average. Oh,
in the past, there was more mostly
okay.
men.
Here, there are a lot of discrimination on sexing here in San Juan, in the court.
Okay, why so? Ro?
Really?
Yeah, yes, it's hard. I used to make like a violencia de género. I don't know how to say it in English.
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence, domestic.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
I did.
De
I made.
género.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah, okay,
some. I made yes some case, and I had a point, a specific point in a court in a justice, because there was a woman who came to my study law and asked me about the sentence, and it's too hard for me the English law. Sorry,
No problem.
but the case was like that. His couple fight her and hit her is the word.
Hit by hitting.
Hitting. She was really sad and really ill, and she has like a lot of ill in her arms and in her eyes, and you know what I mean. I don't know how to use the correct word, but I'm trying to explain you. And when the case came to me, I went to the court and talked with the people on the court and the justice and the judge, and and they tell me, okay, wait, I'm going to looking for the case was in instruction on the court of penal, en la parte de instrucción penal, no sé cómo se dice.
We are court.
Yes, should be to be there, but how the correction, juzgados correccionales, you know what I mean? Sorry. There are two types, correccionales, instrucción. Depend of the delito. You know what I mean? So
Colony. Yes.
the case was in correction, in la parte correccional, but should be in instruction. But when I was talking with the people of the justice, they told me, no, leave the case in correction, in la parte correccional, because the instruction, the juez, the judge was really sexy. So I have to leave the case in correction. And the guilty, la pena, it's a less. So
The
1 year.
penalty, you say?
Hmm?
The penalty, you mean?
The
Or-
penalty and the corrections are more or less. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like less serious
because of-
than the other.
Yes, to the other kind
Part.
of justice, the instruction.
Just
And I
because
have
the
to talk. Yes,
just,
and I have to
just
talk
because-
with the. Sorry.
I mean, just because of the judge was kind of sexist.
Mhm.
Yes.
That
Yes.
reputation.
Yes, was terrible because she almost died. So
Oh,
la carátula de la causa, I need to change, but the justice is sexy. So which is the huge problem? So the men who want to kill her got the freedom in 1 year or don't have anything.
Yes.
So yes, here in San Juan, there are a lot of discrimination in the gender, in sexism. And for example, the worker law, all the people are boys, are men. There are not a lot of women to make that. So yes, here there are a lot of.
So in San Juan, you think that the discrimination is more evident, maybe,
Yes, a lot.
compared to other places, compared to San Luis, as Enzo
labor
used
law.
to say.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
of course. And today, I can't speak English today. I'm so tired. Sorry. But today there are a new law, procedimental, de Código de Procedimientos Civil. Today, wait, where it's like a huge advance in our law here, because they change the code and in article the license of maternity to the lawyers, woman.
Maternity leave, you say?
Maternity leaves to the lawyer, and we have the possibility to say, hi, I'm pregnant, I'm going to have a child in a few months, so please stop the process. And this law is changed today in San Juan, so it's good.
Good news.
Yes,
Yeah.
good news.
Okay.
Good news, because the plazos procesales continúan, o sea, no le importa la justicia está embarazada o no.
Okay. So, as I said, bit by bit, we're trying to to make our rights be respected, to be treated equally. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
In this case, it wouldn't be equally, because maternity is something directly related to women. Yeah, a man cannot be pregnant, but we'll see that in the convention. Yeah, in the analysis. So, thank you for your contribution, Ro.
Sorry for my English.
No, no problem. The idea is to practice here. So, what is the CDAO? What does these letters stand for? Convention of what do you think? Doesn't ring a bell to you? Okay, so it's a convention on the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. All right, convention on the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. So it was adopted in 1979 by the UN General Assembly, and it consists on the international bill, we can say, of the rights for women. Before that, in 1946, there was a body who was in charge of promoting women's rights, and it was the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women, okay? So they had to monitor the situation of our rights. And it brought light in all the areas that we mentioned, in which we were not, and we are not treated equally with men. And well, this body then sets like the precedent, how do you say precedente, Mauri?
Precedent.
Precedents, yeah. Not presidents, but precedents for the convention, for the CEDAW, okay, the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination. Okay, next. In 1981, it entered into force as an international treaty after 20 countries ratified it. And in 1989, it was the 10th anniversary of the CEDAW. At that moment, almost 100 nations had agreed to be bound by its provisions. Okay, we can find a preamble and 30 articles. We'll pay a quick look at it. All right, so 1979, entered into force in 1981. We've got all the preamble, yeah, which gives the arguments for this present convention. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity, without distinction of sex. And it's worried about the fact that discrimination, extensive discrimination against women continues to exist. Yes, this is what we were talking about at the beginning of our class. That women, I think that Marce said, so sorry. Women have obstacles on giving classes. No, women have obstacles to access to political, social, economic, and cultural areas of the society. Okay. Also, that poverty is a serious case, is a serious cause of discrimination, yes, because poverty implies that women are not educated, so they don't know about their rights, and they cannot, they don't complain because they haven't got the knowledge or the tools yet to fight for their rights. You know that in poor areas, it is very frequent that, I don't know, a woman has 12 children and they have no information about this, and they live in poverty, and this may also lead to cases of abuse inside the family, and it's all a vicious circle which sets a horrible panorama. And it also affirms the contribution of women to the welfare of the family and the development of society, so far not fully recognized. The social significance of maternity, what Ro said, and the role of both parents in the family and upbringing of children, yeah? And this is a case of lawyers now, as you, Ro, were saying, yeah? The role of women in procreation should not be a basis for discrimination, okay? So in the Article 1, it talks about state parties and how they are compelled to apply all the measures set in this convention, take all the measures to eliminate discrimination against women by any person, organization, or enterprise, modify or abolish existing laws and regulations and customs which constitute discrimination. This should be applied in all fields. And this is interesting, modify the social and cultural patterns of conduct of men and women, because it has a very important cultural component. Yeah, it's not the same the way that women are seen here than in Saudi Arabia, than in India. Yes, we're going to talk about a case in India, which is so awful, very, very awful. And how sexes are stereotyped, okay? The second part, Article 7 talks about the politic participation, yeah, to vote, participate in governmental and non-governmental organizations. Then nationality, yes, that we've got the right to change our nationality and our children's nationality. The Article 10 talks about education, okay, that women should receive the same education and the same conditions for career and vocational guidance, access to studies, same curricula, same examinations, teaching staff with qualifications, same opportunities to get scholarships. Okay, Article 11 talks about job, yeah, the same employment opportunities, unequal salary, unequal treatment, social security, protection in working conditions. And also on the grounds of marriage and maternity. Yeah, here, prohibits dismissal on the grounds of pregnancy or maternity leave. And protects women during pregnancy. Article 12 talks about healthcare. 13, the right to get loans, benefits, and participate in all kinds of activities, sports and cultural life. This is quite the same. And the fourth part gives directions to all the states parties that accept, that are bound by these measures, okay? So it's short, interesting. And now I want us to do a watching activity. This one, yeah. So first, I'm going to read the assignments for you, okay? I will send this to the WhatsApp group so you can have it at hand and see all the sentences. And I'm going to ask Mauri to play the video.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to send it to the WhatsApp group?
Yes, both things.
Okay.
Or do you prefer to send it here? Do you prefer me to send it here in the
Please.
in the Zoom?
Yes, because I'm not
Here,
connected.
Okay, no problem.
I think it's better.
Yeah. Okay, there you have the link, Mauri. Meanwhile, I will read the watching activity. Okay, so I'm
back in 2012, there was
great. I'm going to send to the WhatsApp group the guide. Where is the WhatsApp group? Here. Watching activity women. There you are. So we should listen to the, to watch and listen to the video and then answer these questions, yeah? The video refers to a brutal, we need to feel there what kind of crime we're talking about, that took place in, which place? In New York, New what? New Orleans, New...
Delhi.
Yeah, you got it.
I've already done this activity.
Oh, okay. Have you done the activity, all of you?
Me too.
Okay, so we'll skip it. No problem. And what do you think? Oh, who hasn't done the activity? I'll close this. Rosie, Rob, would you do this activity? In the
Yes,
platform?
what do you
Yeah.
say? Sorry.
If you could see the video about...
Yes, I'm just opening the computer.
Okay, but you haven't done the activity in the platform. No. No.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
Yes. Yes. What do you want? Sorry, I don't understand you.
I asked if you had already, because some of your classmates have already done this activity. Yes. So I was wondering if you too had already done this watching activity in the platform. Si ya has hecho esta actividad o es nueva para vos.
No, it's new. No.
Okay.
I don't do it.
Bien. Como la mayoría ya la vio y ya la hizo, me parece que podríamos, a ver, let me see what's next here. Sí, la vamos a dejar como tarea, entonces. Pero me interesaría que me dijeran su opinión sobre, I would like to hear you. Maybe Mauri, well, how much time is the video?
The video, 5 minutes.
Okay. So Mauri, and you have to leave before 7. So maybe we could play it to state our opinions about it. Okay. And then I continue with the rest of the CITAO convention.
Okay, I will have to rush after the video. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
That. I can play.
Okay, I will make you the host then. Are you already? Yes. No.
Okay. All right.
Okay. In order to share your screen.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.